Yeah, I think I actually bought Mom some blueberry honey.
Blueberry
honey.
honey.
The blossom honey, whatever. It's I mean, you actually definitely taste the blueberry in it.
I want to get over there by that window to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, that thing fell over.
Yeah.
The honey was, yeah, it was over the honey. Yeah, that's it.
Probably clean. I can probably organize this a little differently.
No, you can't organize. I can't use my arm. Everything has to be. I know, but I have to live with it. Can you flip that light off for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
I want to turn that one off too, just for a minute. I want to show you what I'm talking about. It was falling.
Yeah, I think it slides a bit, doesn't it? I see lightning bugs. Yeah, I usually don't see those.
Oh yeah, we have a lightning bug. And here he is out there. He sees me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and see in the bathroom.
You think he's some kind of weirdo?
They can't function. But anyway, he sees me. You see in the bathroom?
Oh.
They go in the bathroom. He knows I'm talking about it. And he's watching every step.
Well, he's probably just some weird perverted weirdo.
What?
Just some kind of weird perverted type person, you know.
Well, and see, when I come over here, he comes out of the porch. He knows when I'm coming out here. And see, he has something in that kitchen window.
Is it a kitchen window or a bathroom window?
Well, the kitchen window has something in it, and then upstairs, he doesn't have that upstairs.
Well, he wouldn't have any camera. He wouldn't be like that.
Well, he knows where I'm going every time. And he has something in the...
He probably hear you also.
I don't care, but I yell, and he'll... Anyway,
he's not just sitting there relaxing.
yeah, he didn't come out, I know, till he saw me.
Well, he didn't know you were there. I think he just
knew I was coming out here. He knows everything.
Well, no. The thing is, like, he's sitting down, and you just happen to see him and think it's related. It's what's called pareidolia, which is actually like the.
He went back in.
Well, who knows?
Or no, he's still sitting there, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I saw him there. But...
Is he still there? And then they go in the bathroom, and there's something. There was something bright. And
like, what is that light you're referring to? Like, is it like an actual? Because I think the problem is the lighting itself won't actually.
Well, I wish you could talk to them and know what they're doing, but I know what I'm talking about. And I'm looking.
Because the light I wouldn't see. I don't see the light anywhere.
He knows where. And then when I'm taking my bath, and then I get so I just.
Well, just make sure whenever you do like the bathing, you actually because it's hard to actually reach this area. It would be better off like to make sure you are private here with actual having like a drape or something. It'd be easy to slide over this window because it's mostly the idea that they're seeing through there, right? You're thinking or no?
Yeah, they're sitting there on the front porch. They know when I go.
Because this thing's all blocked here. Is the thing. It's like
they know when I go through the house and I come out the front door.
But I mean,
they'll go run to the porch.
But when.
I know.
Well, why do they go into the porch though? I mean, the porch in the front of the house.
Because they know, and they go around the side of the house.
Are you sure they're not just like sitting outside all the time and it happens to meet up?
No, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to see that light. the trees are, usually you can see that light coming over the church, over the top of the church.
From where you're sitting, or what?
Yeah, well, see the trees in there.
Oh, there's a little small light above the small building of the church. That's not the. It's like a parking light. There's a small, like faint kind of light there.
Well, it comes from over on the other side of the church, and then he turns this one light on, and the other lights don't come on. So how can he turn that light on and off?
I mean, some of these lights are designed where if they heat up real high, like they'll actually shut off automatically for safety reasons.
No, and then when I got out of the bathroom or bedroom, he turned that light on. I mean, the light was shining. They know when I come out of the bathroom.
The thing is, like shining a light from that distance wouldn't really make it more visible. They wouldn't be able to see anything. The thing is, like the ambient light, you're seeing from this angle, but in fact, if they were looking in this angle, you wouldn't really see it. It would be like sitting in a car basically. If you're inside that car there basically, and you have you see outside, it looks a lot brighter than it is.
Now I know what I'm talking about, and they know what I'm talking about.
You see, there's like a TV like in the living room or something.
No, and he can turn those lights off, those security lights on and off.
They aren't security lights. All they are is to make it like where people can walk in that area and it wouldn't be unsafe.
What do you mean they're not security lights?
They're just lights for like basically street lights is all they are. And they're probably the effective lights.
They come on when it gets dark.
Yeah, oftentimes they automatically come on at certain times.
Yeah, that's
all it is. It's just a timer. And occasionally they'll shut off because of the fact they heat up. Or I remember one time taking a photo outside in the rain and had a camera flash on. It was actually under a covering, and I was able to photograph the street light. And what happens is occasionally you have like actual sensors for light, how much brightness is out there in the weather, and it'll actually automatically turn on and off.
Well,
and
why
the
do they
camera,
run in the bathroom when I come out?
because are they going directly to the bathroom?
They go and they have it was always something real bright, real shiny.
Like they're in the bathroom and the light turns on and it's not the
No, they
lamp.
just go in that bathroom and
They're trying to use a flashlight to see you, or you think you're in a...
I don't know, but they run in the bathroom every time, and they'll run. They're
probably some weird pervert type of mental
Well, and at the reunion, he comes over and he says, "How are you?" And I said, "I'm stressed out from the neighbors." And he
who was asking you?
The one that had the baby.
The baby. Yeah, that other one's a different one. It's like who's he? You know?
What?
Who's the other guy that's in?
Well, the other one is the senior. He just graduated from high school, and they can't get jobs. They can't keep jobs, and well, they said that now over at the beach they said that I don't know who told me that, said that they got some. There are two. This one cannot get a job. He cannot get a job. He's tried, and he told me he was working out at oh, there's that light. Okay, now get over here and see it. Can you see it up in the trees?
Oh, I see the light behind it. I mean, it's basically the trees are making.
Just a minute. Just keep looking at it. Can you turn the light off?
Oh, I can see the light there. There's a light behind.
Just keep looking at it and turn the light off in the kitchen for a minute.
You're saying like right here where I'm at, where the trees are basically. Look outside from the front here.
No, just kind of keep looking here, and he'll put that light on.
No. What it is that the tree lines are wavering, so you see the light for a while, and the wind will blow the tree leaves.
No, listen to me. He will zoom that light over, and he'll light up another light, and he knows where I'm sitting.
Well, basically, I just looked at it, and there's one light on one side of the tree leaf, and then one on the right side of the tree leaf.
Listen to me. He knows where I sit right here in this chair. And look at that light. It'll zoom it in, and it'll come over here, and it'll be a big light, a security light right there. And
like a strobe light, you're saying, or like if you're like in, like if you had like a strobe light beaming into an area, creating like a circular light pattern or something.
What?
Like, you mean like they're actually beaming the light towards you, like a circular light, right?
He'll zoom it in and hook onto this other light.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit here where I am?
Well, I'm seeing it actually here. I'm actually look at the one behind the tree line.
Okay, sit here and watch it. And
It's the parking light, though.
Before long, it'll zoom right in here, and he'll have it directly on this chair. Get over here and see.
Well,
And I'll get over here and see, and sit in my chair. Just get over here in this chair.
mm.
But it'll be bright light right on me.
And you're actually seeing like the light showing in this area generally.
What?
Are you seeing when you're sitting there and you see the light beaming here? Is it actually a light that's actually showing on the wall or the actual bookshelf? Do you see like a light that is visibly like
Keep
patterned?
looking, and it'll hook onto one of those security lights.
And the security light isn't like the actual part of the power pole, or
The security light is right. Maybe you could see it better in the bathroom. But just keep looking, and before long, he'll have it pegged right here on me. It'll be I usually have to sit like this.
yeah.
And if I sit right here, it'll be right on me. He just has it pegged right where I...
Because I'm even looking at the light here, and it's kind of it's lighting up, like.
And there's another light, they have one.
Well, I'm saying you see like a light coming in here, it's like from this window.
Well, I know what I'm talking about, and they know what I'm talking about. And I told him, he said, how are you? And I said, I'm stressed out from the neighbors. And he knew what I was talking about. And he said, oh, what?
But the neighbors you're referring to also the same neighbors that live next door. They're the same people that are there, right? Because he lives in the same house, right?
Yeah, it's Gerald's sister and her adopted. Sit over here in this chair. Sit over here, and that other security light comes on right here.
Because there's a light that's getting brighter. It's only because
he's doing it bright.
No. What's happening? It looks like it's one of those energy efficient like lights that actually takes a while to light up, or it's on a different timer. Somehow they have a different timer.
How does it get here
Well,
on this?
I mean, consider that there's one light that's part of the street light. The other ones are part of this church. So they have their own timer separately from the street lights. And those lights.
Well, how can he do it and take it right?
I don't know. The light. I don't see any light source coming in here actually.
It'll be coming in here in a little bit. Just keep looking.
Because I mean, if you look at it for a while, it may make it seem like it's aiming directly at you, but it's not.
I know what I'm talking about, and they know what I'm talking about, and they usually have that light on upstairs in their room, and it's a light with a fan, and it's like a generator, and then they have a red light in the kitchen.
But why do you think it's a generator, though?
Well, I don't know what it is, but
it's just a fan that has a light on it, right?
I know it, but he turns it on as soon as it gets dark, and it's on all night long or late at night, and then there's a red light in the kitchen window.
Is it like a LED kind of clock or something they have in there in the kitchen?
It's not a clock, it's a red light, and then
I mean, do you know it's possible that the actual light is part of like a coffee maker, probably even?
No, it's not that. And I said something about what's that red light doing in there? And he says, where, in my house? And I said, you know what I'm talking about. And he said, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Well, they should have given you a more constructive answer than that. They should have actually
Keep looking, and not only that, they go in the garage and they have a bright light, and they keep it in a black bag, like a felt black bag, and it's bright, and they put it in their car, and they take their computer or their laptop.
It's not like just a computer bag or whatever, right? Because
Well, they put that laptop in their car, and they work off of that.
Yeah, they probably just use it for gaming and going to certain places. They have like what we call Wi-Fi hubs. You can actually take a laptop and hook up to the internet. They probably don't have internet at the house or something.
Well, then
or they want to get out and do something with it, so they use that.
And then they'll bring the car. They'll be in a car, and they'll stop here at the corner, and you can tell, and they like take a picture or something. You can see a bright. It has.
Well, would they just use their other camera if they want to take a photo and you'd see the camera? It had to be a pretty good lens, too. I can even show you the kind of lenses that they might have used.
Keep looking over there, and you'll see that light, this other light come on.
Because some of these are like on little old generators that are actually generating enough energy, electricity, basically, to illuminate the lamp. Because sometimes they actually have like a special energy source and not like updated lights, so they're using old light sources that cause it to take a while and circulate electricity in its own device.
And they can blacken this room, they can blacken their kitchen, black, and then
well, it's probably just the way the lights are kind of ambient.
No, I know what I'm talking about.
Well, how do they able to interfere with the actual light you're not getting?
They'll black the lights. They black the whole room like a black, and then last night when I went in the bedroom like 9 o'clock right after that program, and they brighten that light, brighten in the bedroom, and then I'm in there for a while, and then they turn it off, and then it'll get black.
Well, the problem is, like, if you don't have a lot of illumination around the area.
Keep looking in there. If they know what they're doing, and they're just. Anyway, I said that I'm stressed out with the neighbors, and he said, what neighbor? And he's the one that has the baby, and they lie. They're just like this house in the rental house. They can look right in your eye, and Becky she says, well, that's not his baby. And he said it was his baby, and said it was 2 years old now. And then she says,
well, is it possible he has like some girlfriend or something that just kind of, has a kid or whatever, and he's just helping care for it?
Bullshit. They would be on that front porch, and the girls would come, and I'd sit here, and I says, that looks like the same girl that comes over here. And so I got up, and I went out and sat on the front steps, on the steps going upstairs. And there's a sheer curtain. And those girls they'd kiss, and then the girl would move up close, and they'd do that Clinton thing.
Yeah.
And then they'd go right back. Oh my! They put their head back, and oh my! And then the one that I'm talking about, he got up and went over to the edge of the porch and emptied his ding-a-ling out.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And all three of them did the same thing at different times. And
Wait, what do you mean? Like, they're all doing the same, like...
Doing the Clinton thing. They
pull with the girl, or what was it? No.
The girls would get...
And how many girls are over there? Like, only one of them? Or?
There's just girls. When they first moved here, the police were here all the time.
And for what was it?
What?
What were the police called for?
I don't know, but this guy that I had scooping, this little boy that I had scooping the snow, keep looking out there. And he said, that's a bad house. Those people are bad. They're on drugs.
Wait, which, the rental or the actual, this one?
This one.
Here. And that was Geraldine still there?
It's Jerry, the oldest. She's 94. But it's Becky, the daughter, with her 3 kids. And then they had a 4th boy that lived there for a year. They were all 6'4" kids. And well, you see that other light that just...
Yeah, it's gotten brighter because the whatever they're using to keep it powered is actually, it wasn't strong enough to start off. So they actually ended up what happens is these devices are actually designed where they're able to gain power as it's running further.
So how many lights are over?
I'm only seeing 2 lights. There might be one that appears like it's 2, but because of the shading of the tree, the leaves of the tree. The leaves are causing it to split up in the light pattern. There's a little small one behind there by the building itself. It looks like it's just a lot less illumination. I'll turn this light on or no? There's no lights on now, right?
Okay, come in here, look.
So you want it to be on?
Come in here.
Because I'm seeing
Okay.
there's like a little small light behind right.
Oh, come in here and see. There's one bright light here.
I mean, there's the brightest one is actually that was the one that was actually fading at first, and it started after the actual slide.
Okay, so can you come in here and see? See, later there will be five lights, 5 or 6.
5.
5 or 6.
I don't see any posts for them.
Well, there's posts and they're lights, but right now there's just that one.
I mean, it's
And that's his light, and he knows every step I take. And I know what I'm talking about.
and you think it's that guy that was sitting on the porch just now.
I know it is.
I mean,
And he'll run out there, and then they'll turn the light on. And then they snap something.
well, they may have been texting or something.
There's a click. So now watch when the security lights come on, there's like, anyway, this is a separate light.
Yeah, the lights are disconnected. They're not the same. They're not either using the same light source of electricity, or it's actually.
And why do they go in the bathroom?
They may be sitting on the porch for a while, and then they think they need to go to the bathroom.
No bullshit. See, they run in there when I look out there, and they both laugh and go in there, and that light stays on in the bathroom. Keep looking in there.
Yeah, okay.
And there's always these real shiny.
Oh, I see the light post, yeah. But those are all the street itself.
But this one he takes that one right at me. And then I'm laying down on the couch, and he takes the one right in my eyes.
Because I don't know how I mean, it may look like the lights are actually aiming at you, but it's just because they're getting brighter. And as you're looking at them.
That's when I lay down, and then he'll blacken the whole thing, and then he'll take something and brighten it around and go around the room and see where I'm sitting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I know what I'm talking about. And see that.
Like these lights are bright. Yeah, I know, seeing those ones. And I guess it looks kind of weird, like you're seeing it like.
Well, those other lights aren't on, so why is this one on?
Well, they aren't connected to the same thing. They're all different. Oh, it's actually the way the light. Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
Are they
the
on?
light from the kitchen. You're seeing it as well. Looks like kind of like it's.
Are those other security lights
There's
on?
no other security lights. It's just the lights here that I'm seeing on the window. It looks kind of different. Because yeah, I'm looking at it from here. It looks like there's a light from that, across the street. It's actually this backlight here,
Yeah.
and that kind of confuses as well.
But are those other security lights on?
I don't see those. I mean, they're just street lamps, is all I'm seeing.
So why is just this one on now? And
Well, those.
she has it pegged right where I.
Well, and they are getting brighter, so it looks like it. I mean, maybe also because it's getting darker as well. You notice.
So why is it right here where I'm sitting? And then
Well, haven't those lights been there for a while or no? Because they've had them for a while, haven't they? Or did they install these recently?
I don't
Because
know.
I mean, they probably just if they have changed out some of the lighting to where people, if they're going there for nighttime mass or whatever it is they do,
And then
they'll have it on.
laying down there, the light comes right in where I'm sitting or laying, and then that's why that chair is there. And then I have to put a picture. Anyway, I know what I'm talking about. And see, I can't sit here because the light's so bright.
Yeah, it's a pretty bright light. I mean, it's like
But it's his light.
I mean, he wouldn't have any control over those. So I mean,
He can turn that off.
I mean, if he turns it off, it's only because it. I mean, I don't see why he turn it on and off though. If it's all part of the church there.
Well, he can turn that on and off.
Because I mean, when you said he turned it off, you're saying because you actually somehow believe that he actually was able to somehow an event connected to when you saw him, it was somehow connected to that, right?
When I saw him.
Well, you saw him like out on the porch or wherever he went in, and the light turned off, or when did you see that the light turned off?
Well, when I came out of the bedroom in the morning when it was.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in the morning time, the time's already for the light to be on.
Turn it on and off.
But I mean, when it turns off in the morning, it's because it's morning time.
No, he can.
Why would if it's all on a timer though?
I wish you'd go over and
But
ask
if,
him.
yeah, I will. I mean, I'll ask him. But if it's on a timer, that timer generally is timed according to the time itself. What time was it exactly? Because you may have you could probably look at the time it went off, and then see each day how.
He turned it on and off.
But what time was it?
Like 9 o'clock in the morning.
If it's 9 in the morning, it's past the light. The sun's already been out for a while, and it would start. They no longer need the light on at all, is the thing. So the light turns off automatically on a timer for 9 o'clock probably. I mean, just see what time these start, and just try and document.
How can he see me when I go in the kitchen and he runs on the porch?
He notices you there, and he probably is embarrassed.
He can see when I get up, and he.
Well, he's noticing you're there, and you notice him. So, I mean, he obviously noticed that you were there.
I know what I'm talking about.
Because you opened the window, and he knew you were there. So.
He came out because he could see.
Well, he was out there before he even knew you were there because you had the thing draped up.
I know what
he wouldn't have known you were there, or he wouldn't have any reason to assume.
How does he know when I'm going in the other room?
He probably doesn't. I mean,
he knows, and he runs out on.
Because when he was there, the window was already shuttered, and he wouldn't have had any reason to watch you from there.
I know what I'm talking about.
But how would he have seen you from where he's sitting there? How would he have seen you in here, or how would he have had it?
That's what I'm wondering.
He wouldn't have, though.
Carrie says, that he can see me. She showed me that whatever she punched on the thing. And anyway, I know what I'm.
I mean, the thing is, I think Mom was she actually contacted her about what you were mentioning one time, I think, and that was something she explained to her. She was showing you a photo referencing the actual because you're talking to Carrie apparently about the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And she was showing you how you can take a phone and actually photograph you while you're there at the sink washing your hands, and she would have shown you what people. I don't know why she would have taken a photo like that to show you, but I mean, she was just showing you how cameras can do that. But at the same time,
take a photo of me.
She did. She even said she took a photo of you, and she was trying to show you that was.
I mean,
that was the photo while you were at the sink, and she was showing you.
No, I was not.
And you may have thought it was actually like somehow she had. She may have thought you had access to.
Over there, and it had nothing to do with the sink.
But just try to ask her again to make sure that just ask her about that next time to see because.
Ask her about what?
About the photo she was showing you, because she couldn't have had access to it either if it was a photo that he had access to on his phone because nothing's actually connected like that. It's all. Basically, if you look at the internet, the way it works generally.
You can see when I'm taking a bath and I get.
But how would Carrie have seen that? What they were seeing? Because what you're looking at, you're thinking of it as though the technology itself is somehow interconnected to where they can actually.
Why aren't those other security lights on?
Yeah, I don't know. All I see is reflections of the windows, or they're.
Oh, I know what I am talking about.
So I do see lights from these other. Yeah, those lamps are starting up now as well. The ones that are along this.
All right, but why weren't they on before?
They're probably just timed differently. I don't know. There's some weird timing they do on these lights. They're probably all on different strips of electrical wiring.
With that computer?
They can't do anything. There's no way they can do that with computers.
Well,
it's all separate.
They have it on there, and they'll run in, and you can tell where it's sitting in the kitchen.
I mean, they may have something that, I mean, it's easy to be confused by, because, I mean, a lot of times,
I'm not confused.
No, because it is confusing. I mean, you're getting confused because it's something that's That's obviously confusing because you know, like why are these lights doing that? And it's
why are they doing that day and night, every day and night, every day and night, sitting there and doing that?
and they're probably they're probably just weird. Like I remember going out on the patio all the time when I was pretty much out of school, and I wanted to be on the patio all the time, and that's what I was doing. And it's just it's actually easy to want to get out of the house and do that, and not. If you don't have a job like that, it kind of...
They have something up there, and why are they running that thing upstairs with the fan on and the light on every night?
I mean, I leave my lights on until like 2 o'clock in the morning usually. So, I mean, it's just, people are...
Run around the house.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
But yeah, I'll probably also...
There's another light over here, and he'll take that one in on me.
I mean, the problem is, like all the lights, I mean, you want to have lights on because also it says dangerous to move around with the lights off.
Oh, I don't do this normally.
Yeah.
But I just want to show you that red light that he has in the corner. And he'll be right there. He'll sit there.
Because I've also got like an LDD flashlight. If you wanted to use it, I could just let you have it. I mean, because it'll make it easier to be able to.
And see how the.
So he's not out there anymore, yeah.
But look at the kitchen. It has that yellow light, and that's the same light that Carrie had on her light. Now, how does that...
Which kitchen? Which is the kitchen?
With this...
with the trellis in front of it?
Yeah.
That's just... I mean, the yellow light's only like probably a shaded light.
Look at that light. See...
Have you gone to the house to know what they have in there?
See that light?
But have you gone to the house to see what they have in there, just to see? Because we can... I mean...
Look at that. Now he's got the red one. See, he knows that I'm watching.
But where's this red light at?
Look at that red light.
I see them walking back and forth in there, but...
Yeah. And there's that red
probably
light.
he's noticing you.
Yeah, and then you can see, look at that. And he runs out there on the porch.
He doesn't, what is he doing?
And look at the bathroom. Then they go to the bathroom.
Well, that's not a bathroom. It's actually like a walkway.
It is a bathroom.
There might be like a small guest bathroom in there, but it's actually what they're doing. They're walking back and forth between the walkway that's connected to the bathroom and the back porch. So it's not just, I mean, what they're doing, they're not walking into the bathroom, they're actually walking alongside the bathroom.
They come out in the porch when I'm over here, and see, he's sitting there.
Well, looks like they're always there, aren't they? It's like a living room.
No, they're there day and night.
I mean, it's a living room, sort of like kind of like
a kitchen.
Kitchen.
And they're watching me now.
I mean, like, how many times have we, like, whenever I'm visiting, I know this kitchen here, we often use it as a way, like, to kind of sit around.
Look at him, he sees me.
But where is he right now?
He's sitting there in the kitchen,
I mean,
with his computer.
Well, they probably, I mean, it's hard to see through there, but they're probably sitting there noticing you're there. Because it's...
But it's every night, and it doesn't do any good to even have this curtain on here.
I mean...
And they run out on the porch, and then they'll turn that porch light on, and they
those people are...
And they put the kitchen, the other light on. Look at that. They put the what do you call it? The light on.
Oh, see, like a little reddish.
The garage light.
But where's that red light? It's not. I mean, I don't see the. There's like a little light that might be illuminated from like some kind of a lamp or something, possibly.
No, it is not a lamp. And I know what I'm talking about, and I wish you'd go over there. But and see, can you see the light now in the kitchen? That little light down by the...
Is it like a candle lamp, or... I mean, it's not like a flickering from like a... If you had like a...
It's the light
if you had like a TV or like a computer monitor,
the light they use.
Is it a TV or computer monitor that's actually shining out like
no,
a?
No.
So it could be like it's kind of like probably a lamp or something that shade that like reflects.
There is no lamp.
Because I mean, what it is?
No,
I'm saying it's easy to look at things and think it's actually confusing. because a lot of times it's confusing because you're looking at like I remember.
Well, why do they
Like,
jump up and run out on the porch and then
Probably because they notice you're looking at them.
They know I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
They know every move I make. And now when I take my bath and my boobs are hanging out, I just let them shine. I just figure, well, they can look at them. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're probably not that way though.
They are that big. And I know what I'm talking about. And I know their pattern. And
Because the problem is when you're here and you have the drapes here, unless they're standing.
They can see, it doesn't do any good to have those drapes shut.
Because they can't see through that. I mean,
They can see.
I'll try to I'll even use the camera and I'll show. I'll be outside. I'll photograph from the outside here and see if I can get any image through that. If they have to use either your camera, or they have to use something else. Otherwise, there's no way they'd be able to. There's no way they'd be able to do that actually.
Well, they do it, and they know what they're doing, and Becky knows what they're doing. You can do that.
Yeah, I'll clean it for you. It's fine.
Is there any way you could put that bread in the refrigerator? And see, they can turn the garage light on too. Can you find any place? And you see, I poured that milk in the. Maybe you can put that milk up there by the yogurt or something. Yeah, there, and then put the bread there.
Like this, yeah.
Oh, I gotta sit down. I can't. I was gonna wash that plate and put it away, and here's the dish rag or dish towel. But the police were there all the time.
Well, was it regarding some kind of
They're just bad people.
What was the reason they had that issue though, with the police?
Well,
did you find out what it was
It's all the time. The police were there all the time. They'd be fighting and they.
So yeah, they just had an issue. Probably because if they're living in a little small home or a different space where they're kind of compacted, it kind of makes it harder for them. I mean, if you look at certain poems, or not poems, but certain playwrights would use a scenery where the scene of the event centers around a small apartment dwelling in Chicago or something, where people are actually in constricted areas, and it causes a lot of issues because people.
They moved right across from Danny Trudy in Brookston, and when I told Gerald that they were moving Danny Trudy in Brookston, he said Brookston will never be the same. Those kids are noted for, they just can't function. And they had this one night they had the street blocked off.
Wait, so what was that
Because they're running around, they pushed the kids out from the back and had the paddy wagon and put a bunch of girls.
Was it like a drinking party, you think, or no?
Well, they said they're on drugs, but I don't know.
Because they probably were called in because of drug and reference.
They're just slow. They're just bad kids.
So you think that them having some kind of police record probably resulted in a difficult time for them to even get employed now?
What?
You think they just have a difficult time being employed because they had a reference to their, drugs or reference something like that, do they have some kind of reference in the police that resulted in them not being employable or whatever, so they're actually kind of sitting here?
Well, the police were just there all the time, and they fleshed them out and put them in a paddy wagon.
yeah, what kind of could also be is that there was like maybe an issue where they didn't have enough privacy in their own home possibly, so one kid kind of escapes that home and tries to sit out on the porch all the time.
And their dad left them, and I don't know how he put up with Becky for all these years. She's just a nut. She's just a nut.